Hi! So we're going to do some skip counting. Okay, so some of this might be a little bit of practice to make sure that you've really got it down perfectly. And some of it might be a little bit more challenging. So this one is counting by tens. So it says, help the monkeys get to the bananas. Count by tens to fill in the missing numbers. So you start down here with 10. You'll work your way up to 100. Okay, so you're going to do that in each of them. Okay, then the next page says, count by fives and color the boxes. Okay, so you start with 1, and you'll color that in. I'm just going to do it lightly. You can use pencil or color like crayon or marker. And then you go, so skip 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and you color in the 5th one, okay? Or you know what? Actually, I take that back. Don't count the 1. Okay, we're not counting the 1 here. Okay, so I thought something. That's why something seemed funny to me. But you know, we all make mistakes. So count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and color in the 5, and then count 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the one you land on with 5, you color in. Okay. So far counting by fives is 5, 10, and then count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Color it in. Okay, so you're going to keep doing that all the way to 100, and then practice counting by fives, like 5, 10. Point to them and count. And then it says how many fives are in 10. So how many groups of 5? So like this is 1 group of 5, 2 groups of 5, 3 groups of 5, and you'll keep counting to see how many groups of 5 are in 100. Okay, how many 5s are in 100? That's cut off a little bit, but that's an H. Should be how many 5s are in 100. Okay, so you'll count and see how many groups of 5 there are in that number. And then it says this one is through the woods. So you might want to look back at this one to help you because you colored in all the numbers of counting by fives. If you're up for more of a challenge, maybe don't look at it and just try and fill this in. Count by fives to get to the lake. Fill in the missing numbers. So 5, what comes next? 10, 15, those are the ones we did, and you're going to keep going all the way to the lake. So from the tent through the forest to the lake. Okay, and then you can double check on your one that you just did with the numbers if you need to. And I should tell you, we're not doing these all in one day. We'll have 2 days to do these. So there's 6, so you can do 3 on one day and 3 on another day. This is count by 2s. It says color those numbers blue. So that's like what we did with the 5s, but it's with 2. So it's 1, 2, color it in. 1, 2, color it in. 1, 2, color it in, right? 1, 2, color it in. And then when you're finished, I want you to read to count by 2s all the way to 100. 2, 4, 6, 8. What would come next? Yeah, 10. Okay, and you can make it all the way to 100. Ooh, here's counting by 2s too. This zebra wants a drink of water. Help the zebra get to the water. So you start here with the 2, and you're going to look all around the 2. See, all these ones are touching the 2. Is there the next number if you're counting by 2s? 2, well, we could look over on our last sheet to help us know what comes next. 2, oh, it's 4 that comes next. So is there a 4 next to the 2? Ah, here it is. You can just cross it off if you want to, or you can color it. 2, 4. What comes next? Let's look on here. 2, 4, 6. So we're looking for a 6 somewhere touching the 4. Oh, there's one there. Okay, and you're going to keep going all the way until you get to 50, and that zebra can get a drink of water. Okay, so go ahead with those. There's, like I said, there's 6 of them. So we'll do 3 today and 3 tomorrow. Now, if you're like, I'm an expert, I can count by 5s inside and out, backwards, frontwards, upside down. I know how to count by 5s. I can write them all out, and I know them so well. Or if you do these and then you want a challenge, then let me show you. But if you're like, I am so perfect. I can, at counting by tens, this is too easy. Skip the counting by tens one. If maybe counting by fives is something that you feel really, really confident, you can count by fives all the way to 100. You know all those numbers. Maybe you skip that one if it just is too easy. If it feels just right, do it, okay? Maybe skip that one, but practice this one just to make sure you can count by 5 to 100. And then if you need a challenge, there are some challenge worksheets that you can print out. So let me show you those. Here's the first one in the challenge pack. Okay? This one is fun. So even if you did the other ones, you might want to do this one too. It's a mystery number and it's counting by tens. So it says count by tens, go past 30, but not past 50. What is the number? So you have to use your hundreds chart to help you figure out the number. Count by tens. I am between 80 and 90. Count by tens. I am 10 more than 70. Okay, so this has a whole bunch of clues, and you're going to try and figure out the numbers. That is a super fun one. Then, if you're ready for more of a challenge, this is counting by threes. Okay, so I'll give you a hint. The first one here, well, it starts at 0, but then there's 3. So you can use your hundreds chart. Here's my hundreds chart. And you'll count by 3. So 1, 2, 3. You can put a gem on it. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so they have 6. So then you're going to try and figure out what comes after 6. So I have to count 3 more. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I see 9. So you can use these numbers down here. You don't have to cut them out. You can just write them and then put an X on it. Like, oh, I already used that one, right? And then they give you 12. And then if you count by 3s, what's next? So I look at my 12. You can count by 3. 1, 2, 3. And I get to 15. Up. Oh, I see. I think each row starts over again. Yeah, so 0, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. And then 15. And what comes next? And then, okay, so each row is going to kind of start over again. Okay. So you're going to have to do each row separately on this one. So if you have like this one, you're going to have to see what comes before 3 before 33. So you might have to figure that out too. Okay, so there's that one. That was confusing me there for a minute. And then this is count by threes. Can you see this whole thing at once? It's a pirate heading to the pirate ship. So you can use your hundreds chart again to help you count by threes. And it goes all the way up to the number 39. So you're going to fill in all those numbers up to 39. Skip counting by threes. Then this one is skip counting by threes, and it's just like the one we did with the zebra getting to water, but this firefighter wants to get to the fire truck. So it's 3, and then figure out what number comes next, and look all around that 3 for that number. And then figure out what comes next, and look all around it for that number. Okay, so you have to decide at the beginning, you can start with this 3 or start with this 3. You're going to have to figure it out. It's a challenge. I'll tell you, it is a little bit tricky to figure out which way to go through the path. So have fun if you're choosing that one. And then this is another one with the person who's fishing getting over to the fish. So the same things. Figure out which 3 you want to start with. See if you can find the next number and work your way in a pathway all the way to that fish. Okay, so this is a challenge pack. You do not have to do the challenge pack. If you want to do the challenge pack, it's there for you to do. They're kind of fun. Just like I think the other ones are fun too. These are kind of fun worksheets. But then again, I love skip counting, so I hope you think they're fun too. So these ones, look through. If you're like, this is just too easy, then go on to the next page if it's just too easy. But you have to be really honest with yourself and know that you're an expert in that, because just skipping it, even if you're not really an expert in it yet, won't help you when we move on to other math. You want to make sure that you can count by 5s and 10s and 2s, okay, before you move on to counting by 3s. Okay, so go ahead. You can work on this. If you're watching this before our Zoom meeting, I want you to know we're gonna work on these together during Zoom. You probably won't do all of them with together with me, but we'll have a work session where you can be working and you can ask for help or support as you're going through it. Okay, go ahead and you can start working on them if you want, if it's before the Zoom, or if you missed the Zoom, go ahead and start working on those, and I'll either see you later at the Zoom or I'll see you some other time later. Okay, and remember, they're not all for one day. Some today, like 3 today, and we'll do 3 tomorrow. Space it out. Okay, see you later.